Thinking strange things prevents us at least from being trapped in the box of the ordinary, and the ordinary may or may not wish to steal from the wonderful. The accepted paradigms always have a guard at the door of our minds, blocking new things. Now I have discovered that we have no obligation to convince anyone of something, and indeed, we have an obligation not to convince someone of something. I was wondering about the legs of one of the beings that guard the throne of Satan. I had read this somewhere from the man of God, Micah Turnbow. Now, as I recall, he was shown this being in the dimensions. This being was born from the intercourse of a human woman and a fallen watcher. But when he was born, he was physically deformed, I know not exactly how. His watcher father rejected him. His human mother died at his birth. Living in longing for his dead mother, and the psychological injury of rejection by his angelic father, he became bitter. He started killing men, killing fathers, and drinking their blood. He is, as I understand, the father of the blood drinkers, the true vampire lord. I suppose at some point he entered the realms of the afterlife, and the image of his power and bitterness gave him a most terrible shape, one arm like a huge claw, holding the soul of his dead mother in perpetual longing, and his legs, humongous, disproportionate, and bent backwards, like the reverse legs of a cricket or grasshopper. So, I am wondering about his legs. Perhaps as humans we always bend to something, to Yahweh, to life, or to darkness, to pain, to bitterness, and this is the marvel of our legs, which are dimensional pillars. If we choose the wrong path, our legs may bend, in strength, backward, like a grasshopper. And the shape of the legs, being dimensional pillars, given by God, will determine our eternal movement and position. Let us be careful what we do with our pain in life. And let us, even in our movement and bending, be immovable. This immovability, as encouraged by the Apostle Paul, is not only steadfastness in something, but in the dimensions, a required and celestial principle. The divine human is meant to have a single position within or above existence, a single position, like a throne. Because a thing that does not have a single immovable position becomes disjointed, and can be tossed and turned, and has no authority. So, our minds must be at peace. Let us not answer every thought that presents to us in our mind. Because if we are compelled, by habit, to answer every thought in our head, we are plucked away from our immovable position in space-time. Now the blood drinkers and the father-eaters are not isolated to a coven of witches dancing in a circle in a forest at night, nor a forgotten young man who paints pictures of human skulls, but the father-eaters have found and made their hellscape in the corners of academia, burning with great longing for the feminine, which is out of reach, and forgetting back at the fathers, or the masculine, which denied them affirmation.